Hello, and welcome to what is not a Studio ShowBiz video, but more of an announcement. So over the last 11 to 12 years, I've been making stuff for Studio ShowBiz Entertainment and a lot of other channels as well. You might recognize more on the Matt the Franchise channel and other ones if you haven't seen them already. And I've enjoyed making content with the team. I've programmed light shows, and I've done other shows, and I've done Studio ShowBiz Adventures, and those were really fun, and I've enjoyed it. And I've had a lot of success on TikTok over the last 5 years. And I just recently passed the 5th anniversary from when I started, way back when during the pandemic. It's been really fun. I've enjoyed it, and there have been a lot of times where there have been good moments and difficult moments. And I've always loved to create and make videos. I've always been about entertainment, and I love entertaining people, and it's always been a fun ride. But there have been times where I do need a break. There are times where it can be fun. There are times when it can be exhausting. And there are a lot of times when doing Studio ShowBiz, some people know this, some people might not be aware, but I am most of the time doing this by myself. Doing what I've always loved, entertaining and creating videos. Even programming a light show back here. And Studio ShowBiz has come a very far, long way. Just fairly recently we hit 1,000 subscribers. We went through a rebrand 5 years ago. We rebuilt the studio, and we've done a lot of fun adventures more recently. It's been a heck of a journey. It's been super fun, and I've enjoyed every single moment. And this is where the hard part comes in, and I've made this video so many times, I've never just went through with it. And it's hard for me right now, and I'm getting the feels because I know it's the right thing. So, I'm going to say first that this is not the end, and this is not goodbye. But I am stepping back from making content for a little while. So this is not the end of Studio Show. This is not the end of me being on social media. And the main reason I am stepping back is because mental health, and not just because how the world has been right now, but my priorities in my personal life have changed. And my mental health has kind of taken a toll on that just a little bit. There are good priorities right now, and then there are some that could be just mentally exhausting. And plus, trying to balance that out has been really hard. And I love doing what I do here, and it's been a huge, huge part of my life, and I'm grateful for every single moment. But there have been really difficult transitions in my life doing this, being online and present and stuff like that. There have been times where it's been challenging but fun at the same time. But I always kept on going. Some of it is because it's really hard to make something that you can enjoy but everybody else can enjoy too. And I've been through a lot of difficult changes and transitions throughout the last couple years when it comes to personal stuff that happened in my life, dude, and also being just harassed online. I took a huge break in 2023. And I was struggling with my mental health too during that period, and so you might have seen my videos decline more and more since then, because I went from posting videos every week since the pandemic to posting less and less. And the other thing too was that it was really hard to depart from when it was really hard to get through that whole departure when I left Concept Cheese Entertainment, when I left that partnership due to certain actions and behavior. But I've enjoyed every minute that I did with Chucky's Talk Show and the Concept Cheese, and I will never forget those fun times, but my departure was definitely needed at that point, and I'm not trying to be an asshole talking about it, so I'm not even make any kind of joke because it was serious. It was a serious situation, and that was just 3 years ago. And there are so many projects, a lot of fun projects that I would love to accomplish and would love to complete, but they never get achieved due to time, or even just having enough people to help me with said projects, because a lot of people might not realize it. I probably said this already, but a lot of the time I'm pretty much running this by myself. I am doing the graphics by myself, I'm programming light shows by myself, the editing, the filming, and it's really hard, especially when you're not motivated to do something you enjoy. And I've also have said this in the past, over the last few years. It's really hard to make something that you're proud of when you're known for just one thing. And it really gets to you after a while. Some people might know what I mean by that, but I don't mean that cruelly. It's more of like, I'll give you that as an example. Like, when you're known for just the Chuck E. Cheese stuff that you post, and this is just an example, when you're known for just that and people don't really care for what you create afterwards, when you're done with the Chuck E. Cheese stuff, that's when it gets really hard as well. And you shouldn't care what people think, but it's content. And this is how the algorithm works. If people don't see what they're knowing you for, then it's not going to work. And you really don't want to be known for it for the rest of your life. And so it's been hard to be motivated to make something I enjoy and that everyone else can enjoy. And my mental health has really taken a toll. Not even just with my personal life and how things were over the last couple of years, because there have been good transitions, but there have been good points over the last couple of years, and there have been some really, really hard, difficult moments in the last couple of years as well. And it's really hard to chase that dream. And I've definitely tried to step back so many times over the years, and I never did. And I've always struggled making these kinds of videos because I never go through with them. But now definitely seems like the right time to step back. And this is something nobody expected. My team does not know I'm doing this, which I really should get with them at some point because they're absolutely amazing. But this is nobody's fault. This is nobody's fault of their own. Nobody's responsible for me doing this. This is my choice. Like I said before in the beginning, my priorities have changed in my personal life. And there have just been some really rough, hard things to figure out when it comes to my mental health, which I need to figure out on my own. So in order to do that, I need to step back from making content, and this is not the last you're going to see from me. And this is not going to be the final video. There probably won't be one for a long while, because I love making videos. But it is definitely time to take a break. And I know probably some people have noticed as well, like I've posted less on TikTok, less on YouTube, Instagram, etc. I even started going live less. But fortunately, it's just something I'm going to have to do. But for those who've stuck around for so long and stayed subscribed and continue to show love and support, I am grateful for every single freaking one of you, because you're the reason I keep trying to do my best. So, this is not goodbye from this, and it's not goodbye from me. But we are going to take a break. I will probably have a few more videos coming out, just some that I've edited over time that I have not released yet, so you'll see those very shortly. I don't know when yet, but they will be out. But anyways, be kind, be positive. Thank you all for understanding, and stay positive during these difficult times. Till then, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.